I think each of you has seen a naval uniform, one of the most striking elements of which is a dark blue collar with 3 white stripes, the so-called jack. Why exactly 3 stripes? In Dutch, jack means a flag used on ships of the first and second ranks of the Navy, which is attached to the bow of the ship and raised at the ship's anchorage from 8 a.m. until sunset, as well as the flag of naval fortresses and forts. In the Middle Ages, men did not accept short haircuts and wore either long hair or wigs. Lice often appeared in long hair, and to combat them, the hair was generously smeared with tar, since such hair could easily stain the uniform. Wigs sprinkled with powder and oiled pigtails made of horsehair also stained the uniform, so to protect it from contamination, sailors began to use collars made of a piece of leather. Later, they began to make them from thick fabric that could be unfastened and washed separately. Even after the sailors gave up long hair and wigs, the collar that they loved remained on their uniform. When Peter the Great created the regular Russian fleet, he copied almost everything from the Dutch, and the jack collar was no exception. According to one of the invented legends, under Peter the Great, 3 stripes on the jack signified the 3 naval squadrons that he created. According to another legend, the 3 stripes on the jack symbolize the 3 greatest victories of the Russian fleet: at Gangat, at Chesma, and in Sinop Bay. However, this is a lie. The Battle of Sinop Bay took place in 1853, and jack collars with 3 stripes officially appeared in the Russian fleet in 1843, that is, 10 years before this battle. Modern jack collars are of one size, and for their fastening to the uniform there are loops on the sides and a button in the center. The jack is worn on both ceremonial and everyday and working naval uniforms. It is noteworthy that sailors of the navies of other countries also wear jack collars with 3 stripes, and they are unlikely to explain this with a story associated with Peter the Great or the 3 greatest victories of the Russian fleet. In fact, everything is much simpler. When choosing a pattern, it turned out that purely from an aesthetic point of view, a collar with 3 stripes turned out to be the most beautiful and has a simple finished shape. And all the other stories are fiction and propaganda, which in every possible way tries to hide the fact that the Russian Empire, and later the Soviet Union, copied almost everything from other countries and tried to pass it off as their own by inventing various legends. Subscribe to the channel. There will be many more interesting things ahead.